This is the ABQ Business Podcast with your host, Jason Rigby. Each week we'll interview visionary business leaders to inspire the creative power and spirit that's in every entrepreneur. Discussing strengths, weaknesses, strategies, systems, and the problems we can all solve together for a new future for local small business.
What is up, guys? Want to have a real episode today with you. Want to talk about one of my favorite quotes right now. I purchased the shirt, and we know that quarterback Lamar Jackson, MVP, he went out on a post-game press conference, and he had this T-shirt on. You can see famous bow hunter, famous athlete. This guy runs, 20 miles a night every day. He works out several hours a day, and he has this shirt, and we know Lamar Jackson wears this shirt, and we know the Lakers used it to help them get past a losing streak. They borrowed it from the Baltimore Ravens, but it's no one cares, work harder. Let me say that again. No one cares, work harder. Some you'll see it if you look, somebody will say nobody cares, work harder, so that you can keep it with the amount of words. And I love it. And I put it as an iPhone wallpaper. And you think, that sounds so harsh. And you're like, Jason, why would you even promote that? That just seems negative and dark. But I want you guys to think about this statement. Nobody cares, work harder. I want you to think about it for a week. Just trust me on this. If you will begin to think about it, if you will begin to see how brilliant this quote is and what it can do to change your life, it will take what you're feeling inside, those emotions that you have, that negativity, and it will turn it around and make it into something that you're going to be absolutely amazed. Let me give you an example. Whenever you think nobody cares, everybody looks at that and they're like, nobody cares. No, I have people that care. But what this statement is that people have their own problems. We're all busy. We're all consumed in our heads about ourselves and what we have going on. We don't take time to look at somebody else's problems and worry about them for hours on end. We may take the time to listen to a friend, but majority of the time, they're sharing their problem with you, and you're on your phone looking at Facebook or Instagram while you had your headset in, or maybe your pod's in, or maybe you have it on speakerphone so that you can sit there and you're not hardly paying attention to what they're saying because you're worried about what you're doing. So nobody cares is something that you have to look at it and say, in every situation in my life, it's 100% my responsibility. And that every person around me is going through something that they're having to deal with, and their circumstance is heavy on them. And it's not my responsibility to burden everybody around me and make my ego and everything all about me when I'm around other people. Nobody cares. If you take this statement and look at it, nobody cares. And you say, nobody cares, work harder. That second part of advice, that work harder part, it is just that layer, that second layer of truth. It's like the icing that's on that, cake. And as you begin to look at the statement, nobody cares, work harder, I want you to understand the second part. It's your responsibility to pull yourself out of what you're going through. Stop playing the frustrated victim. Stop lashing out at others. Stop making excuses. Stop running around and sharing the story with everyone else. And if you could spend less time complaining, spend less time gossiping, and spend that exact amount of time to say, what the hell do I need to do to pull myself out of this situation? Yes, I'm in a bunch of shit right now. And I told you guys, I was homeless before. I was living out of my car, had no job, no money, no nothing. Tried to commit suicide. Nobody cares. Nobody cares when I was in that car, freezing at nighttime, sleeping in that car. Nobody cares when I was working and sleeping in the car. 7 days a week to try to pull myself out of my situation. Nobody cares, but I worked harder. I worked 12, 15 hours, 7 days a week at a car dealership selling cars to pull myself out. And I would get up real early in the morning and I would go use the bathroom, and I had just had a certain amount of clothes that I would wear over and over again. And I would clean them the night before. I would clean them in the bathroom, let them hang dry. And then in the morning, I would take the hot water with a towel and try to make them where they looked halfway presentable with the wrinkles. And then I lived off the donuts in the service drive because those were free. And people felt sorry for me. And they would give me a little part of their sandwich occasionally. There were many days where I lived off of 2, 3, 4 donuts and coffee and water. And I think that's probably why donuts are my favorite food. I can't do that now. I'm doing 75 hard challenge. And I encourage you, if you want to change your mindset, do the 75 hard challenge. Just look it up. I'm on day 20. But nobody cares. Work harder. That was the only fucking way that I pulled myself out of the bullshit that I was going through in my life. I felt so sorry for myself and so consumed in myself that I wanted to take my life. But luckily, I was horrible at that. And I looked at it and said, it is my responsibility. The people around me, it is my responsibility. And as a leader, as I began to work harder, and then I began to become more successful, then I had to lead other people. And those people are looking to you. You can be the egocentric one and make leadership all about you, or you can serve others and say, nobody cares, work harder. I need to work harder for these people. And I know you're thinking, this just sounds so harsh, Jason. But it's your responsibility to control your effort level. It's your responsibility to focus and gain clarity. It's your personal power. Stop feeling powerless. Stop being the victim. If you will take this statement and you will make this your motto for a week, even though I know you, Jason, you're like, it's harsh. Go type in nobody cares, work harder, iPhone wallpaper. I want you to put that on a phone. I want you and print it out, on like 72 type portrait on Word, and put that on your desk or on a mirror in your home. Nobody cares, work harder. You can go on Amazon or Cameron Haynes' website. You can purchase the t-shirt. There's nobody cares, work harder. I think the Baltimore Ravens have the same t-shirt. You can go purchase it. And it's purple, kind of a little bit more colorful than the black and white one. But the Lakers were on that losing streak. And you know what happened? They had group text, and then they began to make that statement over and over and over again. And then they were like, at the end of the day, nobody cares that we're losing. But they care when we win. And it's our responsibility as players to get together and win. And I'm telling you right now, if you will take this statement and you will take a week and you will meditate, I'm talking think about it. When you say it, think about it. Become self-aware of it. It will change your life. Because a life changed for the better will influence everyone around you. It will make you a better person. It will take all the bullshit emotions and the feeling sorry for yourself and making it all about you and getting upset because this person's saying this about you, or this person's doing this, or, I wasn't the center of attention when this person did this. And, I can't believe that this person wronged me, and I don't have control over this. And if I was in charge, I would do this. Nobody cares. See how that works? It's so brilliant. This is my favorite quote for 2020. Nobody cares. Work harder. I just want to do a short podcast. Keep it under 10 minutes, guys. I encourage you, DM me if this has helped you. Try it for a week. Even if you feel like it's harsh, try it for a week. Nobody cares. Work harder and let me know how it is.
Thank Thank you for joining us on the ABQ Business Podcast. And thanks to our sponsor, RigbyDigital.com. Make sure to subscribe and share and go to abqpodcast.com. Get show notes, resources, and links to everything we talked about today to help you navigate your journey as an entrepreneur and business owner.